Marvel movies without CGI? Yes. That'll be an absolute nightmare. Not to spoil your favorite scenes for you, but have you ever noticed how Marvel's able to show such epic battle scenes and all kinds of fantasy sequences? That's all because of CGI. Want to know what Marvel movies actually look like in real life without special effects? And stay tuned if you're about to know the real magic that CGI brings into these movies. Portals or glowing hula hoops? If we're to talk about a Marvel movie that literally was perfection in terms of CGI, then it's got to be Doctor Strange. Almost all the scenes of the movie have special effects added in them, and not just any, but the most advanced ones. It's said that the framework of the movie had around 365 visual effects shots, and basically, the whole movie was filmed in front of a green screen. Doctor Strange is able to move around dimensions through portals, right? Have you ever wondered what they used as a base for that to add in the special effects of the portal later? The team used glowing hula hoops, so anyone who witnessed the shooting scene of Doctor Strange would have seen nothing but Benedict Cumberbatch just passing through some good old hula hoops. The film is a dream of every CGI lover out there, and without that, Doctor Strange was nothing but really plain. It wouldn't be wrong at all when we say that Doctor Strange not only took Marvel's CGI levels to a whole new direction, but they're also giving every upcoming CGI movie a run for its money. Did you know that the before transformation Steve Rogers that we first saw on screen wasn't exactly Steve Rogers? It was actually hard to believe that Chris Evans would ever be like that, and that actually came out to be true. Captain America's scenes before his transformation had CGI effects on them, and how? Well, they'd actually hired a body double to play the previous Steve Rogers, and then the special effects team had to do a lot in order to mold Chris Evans' face into that body. The scenes were so tricky that the team was only able to do that in some shots, but for others, they used Steve's body double, Leander Dini, who, by the way, has said that this experience was really an amazing one for him. Steve Rogers was so thin that even Leander Dini had to go through a massive diet for the role. While other Marvel scenes mostly have green or blue screens in them, Captain America, the first Avenger, had a body double for the most part. Wait, Iron Man's suit is not real? Sorry to burst your bubble, but no. Iron Man's suit is all of his movies weren't real at all, and the team had to invest more time in it as usual to make sure that the suit comes out on the screen as natural as possible. When Robert Downey Jr. was cast as Iron Man, many people had doubts in him, but he's really the only one that could have played Iron Man better. And of course, the iconic red and gold suit adds to this character as well. After the success of the first Iron Man movie, the whole special effects team got even more things to play with and add them all into the Iron Man's armor. Avengers Infinity War. This one's required the most amount of CGI out of all, and to be precise, around 2,900 of them. Here we saw Thanos, and while we all hate the character for obvious reasons, we have to appreciate the actor Josh Brolin, who played the part. Brolin had to wear a heavy suit without the chutes, and the suit wasn't like any other motion capture suit. His character made him have tracking marks all over his face and cameras attached everywhere on the suit to track Thanos' movements perfectly to nail special effects after that. When Thanos first made his appearance in New York, we saw everyone scattering around and running on the streets, but want to know the real deal? All of those scenes were shot in front of a blue screen. It's all because of the special effects team and the actors who make these movies come out so perfectly. Vision in blue or in maroon? That's the question that the film crew asked themselves when filming for WandaVision, and wait till you find out why. Maroon is no one else's color but Vision's, and that's pretty much understood. But did you know that while filming for WandaVision, Vision was blue most of the time? The reason for that was that when the black and white filter was put into those scenes with Vision being maroon, his character appeared darker than usual and didn't look pleasing at all. So for that reason, they decided to paint him blue while shooting for those scenes only. How is Captain Marvel able to fly like that every single time? With the help of wires, of course. There's no denying the fact that Brie Larson is one of the finest actresses out there, and her Oscar proves that. But apart from her other iconic roles, Captain Marvel was the most challenging challenging of them all. Captain Marvel is the strongest Avenger, and to show her flying like that wasn't an easy task at all. And on times when they didn't use wires for that, the team used tuning fork rigs that usually used a lot in such movies. These tuning fork rigs make sure that the actors or stunt doubles are suspended into the air with full control and safety, and the functions of this are under someone else's control. In this case, the tuning fork rigs were in control of the crew with blue suits on, and all of that was edited out by the team later. While filming for Captain Marvel, Samuel L. Jackson, who played the role of Agent Nick Fury, had a lot of extra work to put in for the film. The film has a lot of de-aging scenes of him, and for that, around 800 visual shots were taken, and the actor had marking dots all over his face during filming for those scenes. It isn't easy to make someone look 30 years younger, but let us tell you that the CGI team did all that. Honestly, if no one else tells you about these secrets, then you wouldn't even believe that they ever happened at all. Stay with us till the end of this video, as you're about to find out so much more about Marvel movies and CGI. Do you know how embarrassing it was for Mark Ruffalo to film these scenes? Ruffalo himself has admitted to feeling really embarrassed when filming for these scenes. And what scenes are those? The ones in Avengers Endgame where his character was both a mixture of the Hulk and Bruce. All other characters aside, but the motion bodysuit for this one was really different. And also the one that Mark had to wear every second, just like Thanos. So really, again, thanks to the CGI team who made Hulk look so real that it didn't even feel like Ruffalo's actually wearing a bodysuit throughout filming for that look. The real reason why the new version of Thor is your current favorite. While we were all shocked to see the chubbier version of Thor in Avengers Endgame, we also couldn't help but make this version of Thor our most favorite one yet. But do you know that this happened due to CGI? Not hard to believe, because seriously, Chris Hemsworth would never turn away from his healthy lifestyle like that. For this, Chris Hemsworth had to wear a bodysuit that weighed 60 to 90 pounds. And if this wasn't enough, the actor also had to wear a mouthpiece to make his face appear chubby too. Fun fact, the whole crew wanted Thor to return back to his previous shape for the final battle scene, but Chris Hemsworth persuaded them to let Thor be chubby for that as well. While we're talking about the Endgame, how could we forget about the epic final battle scene? Seriously, no other scene like that one. We all got goosebumps when we saw everyone who had appeared in Infinity War appearing all of a sudden for the battle, but did you know that while filming, all the actors weren't even in the same place at all? And also, during the shooting for that scene, the actors didn't even wear their nanotech suits because it would have created a mess for the visual effects team if one thing collided with the other, so all of that was added later from scratch by the team. The iconic girl power scene to date. You know what we're talking about, the most empowering female Avengers scene in the Endgame, where we saw all female Avengers coming together so effortlessly and not to forget elegantly. Do you know that like the final battle scene, all the actors weren't even together here as well during filming? Remember how Spider-Man is the one who hands over the Infinity Gauntlet to Captain Marvel in that scene? Well, Tom Holland wasn't actually present in real life, and a body double was put in to have someone hand that over to Brie Larson. Then of course with CGI, Tom Holland was then added later into that scene. How is the cast and crew able to pull all these films so seriously unimaginable? Let us know in the comments down below if you just got traumatized by knowing these secrets or not. And before you go, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. We'll see you in the next one.